we give thanks to Almighty Allah. We ask Him, the Most High, to continue to show His mercy on the leader of humanity, Prophet Muhammad, his household and companions and followers, till the day of accountability. You are aware of the federal government declaration through the Presidential Committee on COVID that COVID second wave is still much around by our doors and homes and city. We urge Muslims to be very careful. They should take all major precautions as advised by medical personnel. But the reality is that the solution and the greatest of all solutions to coronavirus, either locally or internationally, is for people to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will solve your problem of corona. And in fact, other coronas are viruses and vices that you cannot see. It's Allah's promise. Whosoever fears Him, Allah will take care of your affairs. Allah will give you a way out. Even if you are going to be a victim of corona, you are going to die as a martyr. People should never panic. They should not see corona as the end of the world. Because the global campaign politically on corona is beyond the real corona. When you look at the Islamic perspective of it, it's beyond that. Here we urge the federal government to be extra careful in importing vaccines. That today is the talk of the day globally of coronavirus. A lot of comments, a lot of discussions are going by experts in medical field in the world, non-Muslims alike, that most probably these vaccines are going to be poisoned so as to reduce the number of population of the world. A Muslim shouldn't be foolish to close his hearing and seeing when experts in the field are discussing issues that are global in nature. Number two, Kuka, who most of you must have heard of, who is living now in Sokoto, the heart of the Muslim Ummah, the heart of the Caliphate, has been making utterances not today, reckless utterances, unguided utterances against the Ummah. But because of the nature of Islam, a peaceful religion, a religion which encourages peace, so that everybody will live in harmony. We have no compulsion in religion. We don't bother with the number. We want the quality of those who are convinced. Islam is a religion of conviction. We are not bothered with propagandas. That gives Kuka comfortability in the heart of the Ummah. But continuously, ungratefulness to him, continuously attacking, secretly and openly, this religion of peace. And these days, he has gone beyond the boundary. He says, among his words, and I'm quoting the meaning, if not because the leader of this country, in fact, he used the religion and the north. It is only because a non-Muslim northerner is leading this country, that was why there is no coup plot against him. Look at the qualification. He has qualified every aspect. Non-Muslim cannot lead this country among the northerners except there will be coup. That is the meaning. Another meaning is that a non-Muslim in the south cannot lead this country except there is coup. A Muslim southerner cannot lead this country except there is coup. It is only a Muslim northerner that can lead without a coup. Which means he is calling for plotting coup against this government. That is the meaning. Now, we are not governors. We are not politicians. But I bet you, if any Muslim should dare say this, Whether knowingly or unknowingly, government would take direct action on him. I have so many examples in this regime. But Kuka is saying it freely because he has said a number of things like this before and nothing happened. More dangerously, Kuka is saying Islam is a religion of violence. You have gone beyond the limits of your boundary. But you are enjoying the peace of this religion of Islam. If not because of that, you have no minds to utter this in any part of this country, wherever you are. But you are free and saying it loudly in the city of Caliphate, where we honored most as Muslims. That's where the flag of Usman bin Fodio was established at the capital city of the Islamic Ummah of Sharia, Nigeria and beyond. But because of our diplomacy, because of our simplicity, because we are responsible, because we are peaceful, you are allowed to stay in Sokoto. You are not indigenous of Sokoto. With your family, with your children, with your honor. Unfortunately for the Ummah, people like Kuka was given a title in Sokoto. Yes, a traditional title. Go and investigate. But you have the power, you have the ability, you have the sense of attacking the Muslim Ummah by calling this religion a religion of violence. Kuka doesn't deserve to be mentioned on member, and especially a member of this nature. He don't deserve it. But we are saying it so that our youth, either in Sokoto or in any part of the country, should not take law into their hands. They should leave Kuka with utterances. It's not our actually business. But we must say it because it's an attack on our face by somebody irresponsible who's supposed to be responsible because he's the secretary of peace, making community in this nation of ours. But look at what he's uttering. But if we are reading Quran, it's not amusing to us. Allah says the Jews and the Christians will never ever they would never until when you follow their religion. But we recognize other religion. We don't believe in it, but we recognize it. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. And we believe that there is no compulsion in religion. You can do your business, you can do your religion, you can do it at the heart of our Khalifa. It's not a problem. Can you try some of these things in some part of this country as a Muslim? Can you try it? Lastly, the issue of New Year. As a Muslim, you should know the Islamic calendar. The Islamic calendar is attached to your religion. December has no relationship with you except your salaries, because of the colonial masters' imposure on us of that calendar. But you are having direct contact with Muharram down to the Hijjah. You have a number of acts of worship that is connected. Ramadan is connected. It's a month in our own calendar. Hajj is connected. It's a pillar. There are some fasting you observe in Shawwal, 6 days. There is a fasting of 13, 14, 15 days of the Islamic calendar. You have the Shawwal, 6 days. You have so many things attached to days of our own calendar. You should know it. You should abide with it. You should see it as your new year. We ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to be our guide, to give us peace in this nation, Nigeria. Allahumma izzal Islam wal Muslimin, wa dammir a'da'ana a'da'aka a'da' ad-din. Allahumma alayka bil kafara wal fajara wal fasaka alladhina yukiduna bil Islam kida. Allahumma alayka bi Kuka wa man hawlahu wa man ma'ahu wa man yu'ayyiduhu. اللهم عليك بالفجرة الذين يفجرون في الأرض الذين يفسدون في الأرض اللهم عليك بهم فإنهم لا يجوزون ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا لا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد qumu ala salatikum yarhamkumullah.